So, we're nearing the end of my second full year playing Minesweeper. It's been a bit more than 2 years. Um, well, just over 2 years on the site. I think probably close to 2.5, counting before I went on the site. Anyway, I've been doing quests for not all that time, but a lot of that time, and I've been thinking. I've I've looked at the numbers and I've looked at how many hours there are, and that's not always 100% accurate because some cases I'll stop playing in the middle of a game and that'll count towards the total hours. So the hours aren't necessarily accurate. Looking at them and it's like, man, this looks a bit. These hours look not that different from a full time job. Maybe not quite as much, but more than half of a full time job at least. So so and I was thinking the for the first time really consistently, it was occasionally this month starting to starting to feel like a job a bit, and just doing all these quests. I think this event is a very stressful event, so that hasn't helped either. All those quests that keep coming in every hour, I don't like actually do them every hour, but like trying to look which quests I can do, and sometimes I'm just falling short. Including this time, I just fell short. This was actually a daily quest I just fell short in, not an event quest. And it was for two expert games. But since I have an expert endurance uh, monthly quest, I was I was doing I tried to save the experts for the end. This time I cut it way too close to begin with. Like I shouldn't have. For one thing, I shouldn't have waited until 20 minutes left, but I did. That ended up being when I started it, and the games just did not go well. And I think this is actually like one of the earlier ones. This is one of the games that did not go well, and I was losing a bunch of games, and it seemed like most of the losses were not my fault, and I think pretty much all of the losses were not my fault, which, as an expert, that's going to happen sometimes, and I know that, but it was just so many games late, too. Like, if I kept losing, like, early to, like, corners or something, it wouldn't have been as demoralizing, but just so many getting to the very end, like this one, or getting more than halfway through, at least, and falling apart. And so, what I decided is it ended up sort of being a New Year's resolution. I wasn't planning on anything like that at all, but I guess it is really more for January. I'm not like sure what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure if I plan to continue this, but I'm going to be done with expert, which is funny because of course now that I have this idea, experts being nice to me and trying to get me to come back, and I have an active 3 game win streak at expert, and expert's really trying to get me to come back, but I think yeah, I'll be done with expert. I'll be done. No expert, no beginner. I have not decided on customs yet. I might say no customs, or I might also say season quest custom, but not daily quest customs. I might make some like weird determination like that. I'm not really sure about customs, but I decided no expert, no beginner. And like I said, maybe customs, and I'll still be doing no guessing, of course, and that includes hardcore no guessing arenas, and when they come up for quest, and PvP when it comes up for quest, and intermediate when it comes up for quests. So I'll still be doing a lot of Minesweeper. It won't be like it won't be like a huge cut down in hours really, which maybe I should start thinking. I was wondering maybe I should try to do like a bigger cut in terms of like hours, but I don't really know where I don't really know how I would actually go about doing that. But yeah, just thinking like just the way Minesweeper's been going. To be fair, like some stuff's been going really well. Yeah. I have the monthly video coming out soon. I'll talk more about this, but I did get a new second best in hard no guessing, 199. My second best ever. My PB still 230, like it has been for a long time. But hey, new second best, 199. That's really cool. And so yeah, I want to focus more on that NG. And after someone did shout out to R Amber, who did get 1,000 wins in evil no guessing now that somebody's done that. And I would not be surprised if 1,000 hard no guessing happens soon. There's, yeah. So I don't, and I want, I sort of feel like I'm falling behind. I mean, obviously, like, right, like, there's only so much. Like, I shouldn't have really expected that I would have been way up there. That didn't really make sense, especially with me only playing for like less than 2.5 years, really. But yeah, anyway, what am I even trying to say? Well, yeah, I want to focus more on no guessing, and I've started to like no guessing more, and just focus on that, and focus on the like sort of puzzle aspect of it, of trying to like be consistent, get things done, you know, try to get through games without making mistakes, and just doing more of that, more of the no guessing that I have never really stopped doing at any point during these 2.5 years, because that is what I like, and that is, yeah, I think, like I said, I think more, and you notice, I think it's the last couple months, Hard No Guessing wasn't even the most played by hours, and I want to change that. I want it to be my most played by hours again, because I still really enjoy it, and I still want to go for that 1,000 Hard No Guessing, even if I think I likely won't be the first to it. I still want to go for that. And here I think about it, but I do make the correct play, and it still doesn't work. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I like no guessing. I want to do no guessing stuff. And yeah. So yeah, I'll just, and maybe not even like a reduction of hours really, but just more of my time going into no guessing, because I want to get back. I want to really be doing that, because it's been going well, and it's just, I don't know, only more focusing on quests sometimes feels like a job, like I said. Not always, but sometimes it's like, do I really want to do all these expert games, or these beginner games, or this custom game? Like, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I'm not going to be doing, like I said, maybe I'll keep doing customs, but I'm not going to be doing beginner or expert. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, this is the final 50-50 that was not the only ending 50-50 in that run that I told you about, that 20 minutes rush to finish 2 expert games that did not end up working out. That was not the only ending 50-50. Yeah. If that stretch went really well, maybe I would have kept playing expert. But after that, I was like, no, let's. Yeah. Like I said, I have an active 3-game winning streak as this video comes out. But yeah, just just with how frustrating expert can be. Just, yeah. And beginner, I don't know. Beginner is kind of silly. I'm starting to second guess even cutting out beginner now, because I definitely have not disliked it as much as I expected to when coming back to it. But yeah, I think cutting that out for a month is fine. And we'll see how January goes, and we'll see what I play, what I don't in February, because I don't know that yet. So yeah.